like I said, it's like start off some light, and even more so, like we always say, we cover a wide variety of topics on this podcast, not just entertainment or history. We like to also delve into technology sometimes. So I don't know if anyone peeped this, and I know this is like the millionth time we've seen something like this, but indulge just for a second. So salute the shade room. California-based aviation company shows off world's first electric. I was about to say I feel as if I've seen actually maybe all electric because I feel as if you have an electric vehicle, a flying vehicle, it's probably a lot larger electric in nature. But anyway, uh, shows off world's first electric flying car during auto show. And if you're interested in the company specifically, it's Alef, Alef, an automotive company in Northern Cal, displayed their flying car during an auto show in Silicon Valley. The tech advanced automotive is set to undergo production in 2026. Okay. If you guys are interested in a flying car, look out next year. As its market price is already a whopping 300K. Well, we'll look at it and see if it seems like it's worth the price. With the high demand of over 3,000 pre-orders. In a statement, Jim with a W, I'm not going to say that last name. The CEO and co-founder of Alef, stated, "It's a regular electric vehicle with one more function, which none of the cars have. It can actually vertically take off and fly forward." So let's see a vid, and I don't know if the audio is important. Hopefully, it's not some copyright stuff. But let's take a vid and see if this is worth it. And you guys already know what I'm going to ask. Would you guys be wanting to take a test drive of this vehicle?
Maybe the future the Jetsons predicted isn't too far off. After all, Alef, a Northern California-based aviation company, showed off its flying car at the Silicon Valley Auto Show this past weekend. Boy, look at that. The car is 100% electric. The company says they ran a successful test flight in a city this month and have nearly 3,000 pre-orders.
One more function which none of the cars here have. It can actually vertically take off and fly forward.
The car costs a steep $300,000. Production is set to begin at the end of this year or early 2026 if all goes according to plan.
Dang, I should just let them talk. So that's a cool little car. Not to, when I say little, I always mean it with inviting or regards. But yeah, so what do y'all play it again? Let me see. Let's see if we can stop on a part where I actually can see it. Yeah, like that. There you go. So, initial take. We all, grew up with the Jetsons, Back to the Future, and this company. I don't know why they're saying the first flying car. You can in some parts of the world you can literally Uber flying. You use an Uber flying car. Obviously, it's more like a small helicopter, but that's what they call it, a flying car. Anyway, what do we think? Would you take a test drive and/or even potentially want this vehicle in the future? We'll start off with you, Ace. Would this be your dream car?
No, no, not at all. I mean,
Damn it,
besides
man.
the fact that it's so ugly, like
Oh, come
this,
on.
this looks like an AI generated image and video. Like it's an ugly car. Um, but yeah, besides that, like I don't know. I mean, you did mention just now that there are Uber flying vehicle options, which I wasn't aware of, but this doesn't even look like a well designed flying vehicle. Like just,
Let it
I
play
mean,
without the sound.
yeah, I
What
mean
you
the sound too
mean?
is loud as hell, um,
It's a
but
flying mechanism. You think on the air?
uh,
What do you hear when an airplane takes off?
I mean exactly. Like I don't want something loud to be what I'm driving around in. Like I want my vehicle to be quiet as well. So somehow you just got to figure out anti-gravitation,
Oh my
not
god.
this fan-based stuff. We got to get more into the theoretical physics to get a better version of this. But um no, besides that, like I don't. This seems very dangerous. Like I don't see flying cars taking off in general because of the added danger of having a vehicle in this, in the air versus on the ground. Like
Yeah, that's the
it's
literal
just
dangers of flying.
inherently more more risk of like serious um endangerment to the public, like besides just the people driving in the cars, like to the public. If the thing falls out the sky, I mean, how many aviation issues have we seen in the last 3 months? Like,
But come on, they probably said the same thing when they invented the regular cars. They probably said, "Oh, we can't put an engine in this thing; it's too dangerous."
it's different. It's different. Like, it's different, man. Like these things could fly into buildings. They can, I mean, yeah, at height, and they can fall out the sky. A
You just
regular
gotta,
car,
you just have to get a
To
different
play
license.
devil's advocate here, you could say like a regular car could drive into a building, could drive into a pedestrian. Like I I get the hangups, but I think that concern in particular, it's like I feel like it's not they're probably not gonna be flying hundreds of feet in the air. Is it really that much more dangerous than a regular car?
Definitely more dangerous. There's
yeah.
no doubt
I
about
mean,
that.
it's more dangerous, but like that much more that it'd be like a significant thing.
I
I
feel like it's just there's more like the damage that can be caused from an in-air collision is like it's just
That's not funny.
there's more risk than a ground-based collision. Like two cars crash into each other. I mean, yeah, crash into each other on the ground. It's it's more likely that they're the only two vehicles that get into any trouble. Even if you rear end somebody on the ground versus in the sky, if the thing gets rear ended and is caused to, for whatever reason, go out of whack, it imbalances, and then it tips over, something like that, it's falling onto other vehicles, like, or pedestrians. That's that's
If it
why I
helps,
think
I don't
it's
know if you can rear end a vehicle when it's flying because I don't think this vehicle can stay in motion in the air. I think it also has to be going forward. By the looks of it, but I don't know. I don't know the specs.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, you could say that in general, the goal is not necessarily for them to have flying cars take off. I mean, take off. To become a commonplace thing or replace ground-based vehicles. And if that's the case, the risk I'm citing are much less likely. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm over my need for flying cars. It just seems much more like it'll always be a novelty than an actual means of like legit means of transportation.
Damn, you gotta go back and watch like Phil of the Future song. You need to get Future hooked. Anyway, well, fair enough. Fair enough. You're not feeling it. What? Sorry. What about you, Ghost? Based off this little demo, what do you think about this flying car? Would you take it for a test drive? Would you whip it?
and nah. Like this reminds me of the remote control RC helicopters that we used to play when we were kids. Like that shit
It definitely
sounds
looks
so
like a toy, don't it?
loud. Yeah, like I could hear it, or you could see it kicking up so much dust in that first clip. It's like,
It's
come
a
on, bro.
flying vehicle. What do you guys want?
I, I mean, I get that it's a novelty, but I'm when I think flying vehicles, I'm thinking Jetsons. Like I didn't see no crazy drone type mechanics. I realize that this is a freaking cartoon, but like those shits flew smooth. There was no dust.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
You need anti-gravity. Like it's not time yet.
Yeah, like I'm thinking Back to the Future. Like we have the idea implanted in our minds. Like at this point, I don't think we're gonna settle for anything subpar.
Mhm.
You guys, yeah, we just need this thing that's like damn it, theoretically not realistic. It's all everything's a stepping stone. We don't just get to seamless, quiet, no fans or motors. We gotta take it step by step, and this
But you
is the first.
don't. You don't. Because
You
if we
could.
had,
You could. You
if
do.
they said no, let's not do this. Let's wait until we have the theoretical physics to avoid the fan based stuff.
That's not how. That's not
There,
how technology progresses.
there's
Ever.
no reason. There's no reason for there to be a stepping stone where we use the garbage vehicles until we get to that. Like we
First of
can just
all,
wait.
this is $300,000 worth of technology, so it's not. It's garbage.
No, it's a $300,000 waste of technology.
Listen, they said they got high demand and got pre-orders, so somebody wants it. Let's be clear. Like y'all keep calling it novelty. Can y'all put some respect on this? How is it a novelty?
I'm still not convinced this is an AI. This isn't an AI video. Like this, it looks
It
garbage.
They
still
literally,
looks like
they
absolutely like AI,
they
but
literally you see you see that's a whole other conversation. Everything's AI, y'all. This it was literally demoed in Silicon Valley at Auto Show. Like this is real deal. Like we're gonna see the one flying. I know right now it's kind of we're on awe when we see a Cybertruck going down the highway. We're gonna see these next year. So wait, like it or not, it's gonna happen. I wonder who's gonna be the first rapper to get one.
oh,
Probably Rick Ross.
goodness.
Anyway,
But it's gonna crash it, and it's gonna be a wrap. Like it's gonna be a wrap.
now that is definitely a whole nother level of conversation because in order to have flying vehicles, we have to deal with all the unfun stuff like literally developing a whole set of laws for flying vehicles. Probably have to get a different license. It's a
We
whole
can't even
thing.
get self driving going. Like, come on, this ain't
We,
this
we
ain't
can do self
happening.
driving in a small vacuum. They can definitely
I
do the
do
parallel.
wonder
They can do
what
parallel parks.
happens if
No,
this
I'm
is
not saying I'm not
100%
saying it's not
electric.
possible. I'm just saying like legislative wise,
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
barely got anywhere that allows self driving. Like,
Sorry, what are you saying, Ghost?
Uh, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Uh, what happens when this thing runs out of battery midair?
So I'm on record, and I don't even like saying it out loud because I am an engineer, so I feel as if I should be just working on it instead of talking about it. But the way they have to do it, well, one of my theories or the way they have to do it, you have to design it, and I think aircrafts probably they do similar thing with aircrafts. Well, not all aircrafts, because some aircrafts they literally run out of gas while they're in the air. But you have to set it up to where it can only go the distance of that respective charge. So you would put in the coordinates, and then it would go, but only based off the level of battery or indoor fuel source. So you can't
there's
like
no there's
so
no
if you only
free
have
driving.
yeah exactly, which would make it less fun, but that's one of the only safe measures because yeah, you can't have a vehicle that where you can be in the middle of the air and it just run out of power. I don't see how that would work.
I mean, that's what happens with planes, though. Like, you have to know how much fuel you need to get where you're going.
True. So maybe they either have to regulate it as much as they regulate planes, or I think you'd have to do something like no free drive. It's only can go the distance of how much fuel or power you have. Yeah, y'all are tech haters for some reason. Well, this one looks like a toy. I think it's the start, and I don't know why did the design like this. It does look kind of, especially from this angle, it look kind of goofy, don't it?
This is the angle you're going to see it at.
Yes. All right. Petty party, huh? All right. Listen, there's nothing wrong with a nice prototype, a nice, trailblazer to lead the way. I don't know why they keep calling this the first one. There are definitely other ones, but this is the one that's fully electric. I don't know the full details, but salute to the company, and yeah, maybe not now at this point in time, but you definitely for all my investors out there, be on the horizon lookout for the EV flying. It's going to be the EVF or EFV. Look up flying cars. You might want to invest in that. But if there's nothing else, we can go on to the next topic.